Hello everyone. We decided, since we've been working a lot lately, I've been doing charter fishing, so this is prime season, so been out in the boat a lot, sometimes 7 days a week and sometimes 16, 18 hours a day. It's been crazy, but we've come so far with Kaya since we picked her up almost 2 years ago. Can't believe it's been almost 2 years, but we've done so far. If you remember how bad a shape she was in, all the work she needed to be done, we gutted her completely, redid all the wiring, redid everything. She already had the motor removed, but we decided we'd go ahead and give you a boat video because we've done so much to her, and we haven't really done a video on what she really looks like now compared to everything else. And even lately here, we've done even more to her that we haven't even put on video. So we're gonna walk on down here to the marina, and well, I'm gonna try not to walk backwards. So we're gonna walk down here and give you all a video tour.
We're Jeff and Jules, and this is our boat Kaya. Join us as we set sail on a journey of hope and healing. Let's make waves together. Welcome aboard Sailing Kaya.
All right, so as we said, we've done a ton of work since we first got it. As you know, we've changed out our helm station and put in a proper one here. We also put in a cockpit table, and there we go. Put that on up, so now we have a cockpit table we can sit at. We'll slap that right back down real quick. There's a little lever right there. There we go. We've also, we have our new dinghy motor up there, which for us actually works great because it also will be a good backup if we ever had an emergency. Because of course, as you know, we didn't have a motor in this when we got it. They had already pulled it out. They had already glassed over the tube and everything for it. So we've considered putting another Yanmar in here. It had a gas engine in it previously. We've considered putting a Yanmar in it. Don't know if we really will. Right now, the outboard's been working just fine for us, so that's what we're gonna continue using. But we've got our grill, of course. We did our hardtop, as you saw. We still have to cut in windows for, we're gonna cut in some windows so we can see the sails a little bit better when we're trimming. We've got a few adjustments we want to do to the hard top as far as beefing it up and making it so we can put davits on there so we can hang our dinghy. So a few little things like that we got to do. As you saw, we did our wheel and got it all done, and pretty happy with how it turned out. It's really actually nice and comfortable to hold on to. Yeah, it'll probably get dirty, but that's okay. Not a problem. So a few little things we've got to do still, but for the most part, we've also done, as you can see over on this side as well, we have redone all of our lifelines to Dyneema, changed everything out. We now have gate hooks as well, so that's been nice that we can do the gate hooks and be able to get on and off. That was one thing that we really needed to do. I'll walk up forward here. We've also done the Dyneema lifelines on the entire boat, all the way up through the front, and really happy with this Dyneema lifeline now. It allowed us to also retighten up and fix the netting on it, so the grandkids are safe when they sail with us, and anybody else that wants to come out with us that might have some kids on board, or pets or anything like that. We are going to change a few things. We had originally done this non-skid in this, we mixed some Battleship gray with some white to try and lighten it down as much as we could, and did a non-skid in there. However, we found out that even at that light gray, it still gets really hot during the summer when the sun's beating on it. So it's really hot, and of course we like to do everything barefoot. So we are going to change this out. It also picks up dirt really easy. So I've got some white diamond pattern EVA sea deck that we're going to be putting on and we're gonna do the entire non-skid area in that white diamond shaped EVA decking. So that's gonna be great. We'll have that video coming up when we get that done. Other than that, you saw we'd already redone our handrails, and our handrails are all completely finished and a lot more sturdy now, so that's been great. Come back up front here, or back to the back again. We're also going to be changing out our windows a little bit. You saw we'd replaced a couple of them with some new plexiglass on the port side of the boat. We still had to do the starboard side, so we've actually decided we're going to do the one solid piece of tinted acrylic for the windows, and then we're going to go ahead and install some port lights into that acrylic for more airflow, because we just don't have enough ventilation. The boat gets really, really hot. Yeah. She wanted to put air conditioning in it. I thought about it, I considered it, but I think with what we're doing, trying to make everything self-sufficient, and right now we do really well. The boat runs entirely on solar. We don't need shore power for anything. If we add AC, that changes that dynamic, and I'd have to put an AC panel and shore power and everything back in the boat, and I don't know that I want to do that. So looking at some other options, but for now we definitely need to get some more airflow and a couple port light windows, and acrylic will definitely help do that. So we will go down inside and show you down there. Go ahead, baby. All right. Down inside. And as you can see, quite a bit different than it used to look.
Yeah.
What all have we done down here, honey?
Got pillows. Got new covers for the cushions. Paint. Flooring.
Yep, we did the flooring. It's a little dirty. I got to do a little bit of cleaning still in here. So we've also done, like I said, quite a bit in here, as Julie said. We also redid the shelves. They were all missing, as you saw from the beginning, if you've watched when we started. So we just recently redid that. I rebuilt all these shelves and put them all back in. That's been great, because now we have storage. We've put our netting back up, so we have netting for fruits and veggies. Right now we have crackers in there, so cheese and crackers and peanut butter crackers are great on the boat. Our kitchen, we still have some stuff to do in here, but that's coming along. I got to reface around the fridge where the fridge is at, and I'm gonna also reface around the sink. We've got to hook the sinks up first. We still have not gotten our fresh water hooked up, but that's coming. Go ahead and take glasses off here so I can see the top. There we go. Anyway, so we still have to do that with the sink. We have the old stove in here. Now we do have a new stove. It's a pressurized alcohol stove. I don't know that we're gonna go with it. Even though it will work, I don't know that we'll need it. And pressurized alcohol is not necessarily dangerous unless you don't know how to use it properly, but if you don't use it properly, it can be very dangerous. So I'm not sure what we'll do there, but right now, the way we cook right now is just great. We use a butane camp stove that works just fine. You can heat water, do everything with it. We've got an 1100 watt inverter we can use for coffee and even the slow cooker. We have this nice, awesome little slow cooker that my mom got us for Christmas. It was last Christmas? Mm-hmm. Yeah, last Christmas. And it's great because it only runs 200 watts while it's running. So we can actually cook with that all day long, and it won't use up, the solar panels keep up just fine. We have 400 watts of solar total. Over here on this side, we also have the nav station. You know, as you saw, we'd redone the nav station. I've got to hook our VHF up, but that's not hooked up yet because we're actually getting ready to climb the mast and do some work up there on the mast. We got to do our mast lights, get them working, put some new LEDs in there and change out the old ones. And at the same time, we'll be able to double check this antenna for the VHF and make sure that's up and going. But other than that, we've got all of our safety gear everywhere else, and I do have a handheld VHF we use. We have two MPPT controllers, and we use two of them for redundancy. Because we have two panels and one of the panels can get shaded by the sail, we don't want the whole array to be affected by that one shaded panel. So using that, two of them, and hooked up separately, gives us the opportunity to not only utilize full power if one is shaded, we get full power on the other one, but also gives us a redundant system should one controller go down. Other than that, that's it in here, I think. As we said, we're going to redo all these windows on the outside. We're doing a solid sheet all the way across the whole thing. I can't do my hands backwards. I would suck as a game show host or a weatherman. We'll do a whole panel all the way across and then put port light windows in that'll open and give us some ventilation. And going into the head, of course, like I said, we have the fresh water. We still have to hook the fresh water up. I'm gonna go ahead and open these windows up right now and get some ventilation in here real quick. And we absolutely love our compo closet composting toilet. This thing has been wonderful for us. We like it. We had to put the little goo eyeballs on there. The kids love that. Gives it a little smiley face. So the toilet's been wonderful. It's low maintenance, and we don't have to worry about the old head system in there. Our V-berth, it's a little dark in here right now. We've got a chair here that we use outside and some fishing gear in here. Not a lot. One thing I wish I would not have used a black in here. I wish I would have used a gray or a white in here like I did the rest. Of course, we got our hatch, but that's it for in here. And got to do, hi, beautiful.
Hi.
Got to do a cushion for the quarter berth. That's not a problem. We'll get that done. And then, of course, down here where we used to have in the old engine bay, just hold that for me. You said this is the part I need to replace in here. But down in here, where the motor had already been removed, went ahead and put a floor. Now I have access in there to an old through hole until we haul out, and we'll pull that through hole completely out if we don't go with another motor. But other than that, we've got floor space and storage back in here now. It gives us plenty of room to hook everything up. We've got a mast ladder right there, but this is nice because we're able to put the weight back in here to compensate for the motor that's not there. That way the boat still stays balanced nicely when it's sailing. And by putting the weight back in there, it's helped tremendously to balance the boat back out. Of course, if you pull 400 pounds of motor and diesel or gas fuel and tank and everything else out of a boat, it's kind of off balance a little bit, too light in the back. So that's helped, and we've been able to do that by using that as storage, and of course giving us access when we need it in there. That's it. Gosh, we're so close to being totally done. Stereo, TV, everything like that's on, done, working, 12 volt. Fridge has been great. Huge thanks to all of our sponsors. My gosh, the list goes on and on, but I'll actually put in the description, I'll probably put in the description every one of our sponsors that have sponsored us so far and helped us along this journey. I can't believe it's been almost 2 years, and we're now kind of shopping around and looking for the bigger boat. After doing all this refit work for 2 years, now we're looking for the bigger boat. But we do want, this boat's been great, and it's great for a coastal cruiser. But to circumnavigate and do large passages, we really do need something bigger and heavier and a little more comfortable and a little more like home. And so we've been shopping, and we've been looking at a few different boats, different brands, and haven't quite decided where we're going yet with that, but we're definitely shopping around right now. So trying to figure that one out. And that's one of the reasons also that doing a bunch of charter fishing, of course, with the cancer stuff. My health's coming back, so as it's slowly getting back, I am slowly able to do a little bit more and more. And this summer's been a good test on what I can and can't do so that I can really get back into things full swing. So a few issues here and there still, but pretty minor. Right now the cancer and everything is still stable, and so we're happy for that. But again, you guys know our mission, you know what we do. If you want to support us, the easiest way to do it at no cost to you is to subscribe, like, turn on that notification bell, get notified when we post something up new, share our videos, share our page, share everything with people and get the word out there. If you do want to do more, of course, you can head on over to Patreon at patreon.com/SVKaya. There's lots of perks on Patreon. We don't have a lot of patrons right now. So we haven't been focused a lot on Patreon. However, we are going to start in the future. We really need that support to help get this going. We're also working on the nonprofit status for Kaya so that we can really get people out there and help them. I'm also working on my captain's license right now with a sailing endorsement. It's going to come in handy as we're cruising, so we can actually maybe take out some dive trips and charters and things like that while we're in the Bahamas or down in the islands. We want to be able to have that ability to charter, especially on a bigger boat. So getting the captain's license and sailing endorsement that I'm in the middle of right now is actually going to benefit us quite a bit and benefit Kaya and everybody else. So again, if you know anybody that needs any assistance, you know anybody going through cancer, have them reach out to us. Even if they don't want to go sailing, we're a good ear. We will listen. We will, obviously we don't give medical advice, but I can give advice on everything that I've been through. I've been through it all. I've been through radiation, immunotherapy, and chemotherapy. I know some tricks that may or may not work for you. They worked for me. Staying active, of course, is the most important thing. But it's hard out there when somebody has cancer. If you have a family member that has cancer, it's really hard to understand the fact that you can talk to them and support them, and even a caregiver can help them. But it is sometimes easier to just have somebody to talk to, especially in the middle of the night when everybody else is sleeping. That's valuable. I had that, and I'm very grateful to a good friend, Jeff, in England for that, because it was daytime out there when it was nighttime here, and when I needed it, he was there, and I talked his ear off all night, and he helped me through some of the hardest times. So even if somebody doesn't want to go sailing, you just want someone to talk to that's been through it, give us a shout. That's what we're here for. That's the whole purpose of what we do. So getting a little warm in there, so I'm gonna come back out here. But as I said, we still got quite a bit of stuff to do out here, and quite a bit that we really haven't even gone over with some of this. We've changed out some of our cleats to some larger cleats back here in the back. That helps us storm tie. And that feels much better out here, doesn't it?
It was hot in there.
It was very hot in there. I was starting to break a sweat. But yeah, it's been great. I might have some time off this weekend. Be nice to get out and do some sailing for a while. Also been helping a friend of mine across the way here with his new boat. He'd never sailed before. He wants to cruise full time, so helped him find the boat and been helping him work on it a little bit as we can, so, and as he needs it. Oh, other than that, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being patient with us as while we go through all these things. It has been an absolutely crazy 22 months or whatever it's been, dealing with everything else in the middle of trying to do the refit on the boat. But we're really, really happy with the way it's turned out. So, and we'll be off and cruising before too long. And hopefully come see you wherever you are.